We have reached round two of the high school football playoffs as we look at Region 2B. The Strasburg Rams are moving on to the second round as they defeated Fort Defiance last week, 44-6. This week, hosting Riverheads at Strasburg High School. As always, joining me, the head coach of the Strasburg Rams, Tripp Lamb. And coach, overall in this game, only letting up 6 points, a lot to be pleased about in a first round playoff game against Fort Defiance. Just take me through what you really liked.
Well, I thought our defensive line really kept, their passing game off, kilter, off timing. Their timing routes, their reads, and everything was disrupted by how well our defensive line played. And all year our guys up front have carried us, and they carried us on Friday night. They gave them fits up front with our blocking schemes and things like that, which allowed our guys in the secondary not to have all the pressure on them. And, that really helped.
And offensively, too, just doing what you do best, sticking to Strasburg's game plan. What really stood out to you offensively?
Our offensive line again. I mean, they were pushing them around up front. We were hitting the holes when they were open, and they were open often. We were able to hit them with a little bit of misdirection there on Friday, which is something we've kind of grown into. We've always had, and we've kind of grown into. And then to be able to throw the ball, for almost 200 yards like we did, was really nice. And that's something we've been working on all year, and we've said all year when we need it, we'll have it. And Friday we needed it, and we had it. So that was a good thing.
So, Coach, I just want to get your thoughts. Obviously, earning the right to play a second round game at home. How meaningful is it to have a home playoff game this deep into the season as we have reached the playoffs?
It was important. We, like I said, we just try to take everything one week at a time. I've probably told you that every week. I know it's boring, but we just take it one week at a time, and we're ready to roll this week.
Absolutely. And just take a look quickly at this Riverheads team. And I know Riverheads has made some noise up here with other teams around the Bull Run district as well. Can you just give me your scout on what you see out of Riverheads and what you're trying to do to eliminate from them come Friday night in this playoff game?
We're going to see the same thing that people around the state have been seeing from Riverheads for the past 20 years. And that's tough, hard-nosed, excellent football, well-coached, very gritty. They are the standard, in the valley, but really in the state. I think they've made it to however many state championships in a row and this and that. And, they're definitely the standard in the state, and especially in the Shenandoah Valley. They're what people want to be. That's what we got coming, and we're ready for the challenge. I feel like that, we've got a team capable of beating them, and I'm sure they got to feel like they've got a team capable of beating us. So, it's going to come down to who can execute the best, because hopefully neither one of us beat ourselves, and it's kind of left out there on the field.
So each and every week, Coach, you say you want to get better each and every week. Sticking to the same game plan, I would imagine focusing on what you do best. I imagine that is sort of the same going into practice this week, preparing for Friday night. But how do you keep your kids in check, sort of one game at a time, focus on what the next goal is, getting better each day in and day out, each and every week as you prepare for this game?
Well, for our seniors, if we're not focused, it's the last game of the year. It's the last game of their career. So that's definitely not been a problem. And our guys they're just used to coming to practice and working. They've been doing that for years, at Strasburg. And, that's kind of it's not unusual for them to come down to practice and work every day. That may be unusual at some places, but, we don't have very many bad practices. I could count on, probably 3 fingers how many bad practices that we've had in the whole year, and that's, a testament to, the mindset that they bring to practice, that we have to get better, and, coaches expect it. We have high expectations, and, our kids just come to practice ready to work. They're enthusiastic. They're ready to work, and, it's a lot of fun.
Once again, a second round matchup as the Strasburg Rams host Riverheads this Friday night. As always, a pleasure speaking with the head coach of the Strasburg Rams, Tripp Lamb. Coach, really appreciate your time as always, sir.
Thanks, man.